Today we're going to make this really cute ear flap hat. We're going to make two sizes, a small and a medium. I will be using a 5mm crochet hook. You can design this with any type of colors you'd like. You could put 3 stripes in there, 4 stripes, or fatter stripes for your favorite team logo, just like I have in that picture above. Just use your imagination. These two sizes are very adjustable. This hat here I did with the exact same pattern of the size small, but I used a 4mm hook and a little bit finer yarn. These are all baby and kid sizes. Again, with the size medium, I used the 4mm hook and had a fine yarn as well, but I actually doubled this yarn because it was super fine, just to make it a little heavier, and it still turned out smaller with the exact same pattern. At the end of the video, I will show you how to do the ski goggles for on top of the little hat. Here I have one goggle. I didn't do the stripe with it, but it'll look really cute on the top of the hat. By adding a stripe into your hat, it makes it look like the goggles have an actual strap, just like in this one here. So we can use any yarn. I used a number 4 medium and a 5mm hook. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a darning needle. So let's get started. I will show you a full pattern for the size small. For the size medium, I will just show you a quicker version of it. So let's start this with a magic ring. Make a loop on your finger. Take your hook, insert it into the loop, pull up your yarn, and then draw it up and do 2 chains. This will be your magic ring. For our first round, we will put 11 double crochet in the ring. Pull snug. Then we will slip stitch to join in the top of the first double crochet. Round 1 will equal 11 stitches. Chain 2. This chain 2 will not count as a double crochet. Starting in that very first stitch, we will put 2 double crochet. And then we will continue with 2 double crochet in each stitch. Here we have our last stitch, and this will be 22 stitches in this round. We will slip stitch to join in the top of the first double crochet. Chain 2, we will put 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then we will do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to repeat this for round 3. So we will do 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet all the way around. You can then slip stitch to join in the top of the first double crochet. Round 3 will equal 33 stitches. Start with the chain 2 and put 1 double crochet in the first stitch, then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we'll repeat this all the way around. After you've come around to the beginning, we will do a slip stitch to join. Round 4 will equal 44 stitches. We will start with the chain 2. Starting in that very first stitch, now we're going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. And the entire rest of this size of hat for rounds 5 to 12 will all have 44 stitches. Here's the end of round 5, and you can already see how the little hat is starting to curve. I'm going to do a couple more rounds before I start my stripe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm doing 7 rounds. From here, I'm going to join my new color. You can start your stripe pattern wherever you want, as long as you end with the 12 rounds. So for here, of course, I started my stripe on round 8, and I did 3 stripes. And then for my other hat, I did 9 rounds and then did 2 of a different color to make it look like the band for the little goggles. So I started mine on row 9 and 10. Make sure you have 12 rows in total. To add a new color, we will stop just before we join our last round. At the end of the stitch, we will bring in our new color, and then we will slip stitch to join. From here, we will do our round the same, starting with the chain 2. So just pulling your yarn tight, starting that round with the chain 2 and putting 1 single crochet in each stitch. Remember, we do not want to cut this yarn here because we're going to use it again. We will be bringing it up. At the end of this round, I want to bring in another color, so I'm stopping just before the last stitch. So here's our last stitch, and I'm going to do just a half a double crochet, stopping here and bringing in my next color. So finishing the stitch with my new color, and then I'm going to slip stitch to join. Before I do my chain 2, I will bring my other 2 colors forward. So just bring them to the front and then do your chain 2. This will make it easier to bring your next color up. You can see what it looks like here on the back, and I will show you at the end how to finish it nicely. So again, with this color, we will do the 44 double crochet all the way around. We are now back around to the beginning, and I'm going to have a white stripe. So let's finish the last stitch. We go halfway, and let's bring the white yarn up. Finish your stitch with the white yarn. We can then slip stitch to join. And again, before we do our chain 2, let's bring our first color, our beige color, to the front just to bring it up. We will then do the chain 2 with the white. And now we can cut our brown yarn because we're not going to use it anymore. So just cut that. And then making our 1 row with white. Working around 1 double crochet in each stitch. At the end of this round, we will bring our beige color back up. Bring it up, slip stitch to join, and chain 2. We will now have 2 more rows to do. We are finished with the white yarn, so we can cut this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I now have 11 rows and I need to do 1 more. You should now have 12 rows. It doesn't matter which rows your stripes are in. You will kind of see this back joining seam, but we're going to put it at the back of the hat as well. So we're going to have some stitches here along the back, and then we're going to have the ear flaps on the side. So So let's do a chain one. We'll now do single crochet. So starting in that very first stitch, we'll put a single crochet. Let's do 5. So this is 3, 4, and 5. The next section will be the ear flap. Let's start this with 8 single crochet. So we've done the 5 and now we're adding 8. This will be our section here for the ear flap. We will now chain 1 and turn. Starting in the very first stitch, let's do 8 single crochet across. Chain 1 and turn. Again, starting in the very first stitch, let's do another 8 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, and this time we're going to skip that first stitch. Starting in the second one, we will do 7 single crochet across. Chain 1 and turn, skip the first stitch, and 6 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, skip the first stitch, 5 single crochet. Chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, 4 single crochet. Chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, 3 single crochet. Chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, and 2 single crochet. We've now completed the first ear flap, so let's work up the side. We're going to put 1 single crochet at the end of each row. After you've put one in each row, then we will start going across the front. So let's do 18 single crochet. So this 18 is the front of the hat. Now we will do 8 single crochet, and this will be the start of our ear flap. We can then chain 1 and turn, and we will do 8 single crochet starting in the first stitch. Chain 1 and turn, 8 single crochet. Chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, and then 7 single crochet. So this will be worked like the other ear flap on the other side. I have written the pattern above for you. When you've come to the 2 single crochet, we are now going to single crochet up the side. We will now have 5 stitches remaining. So let's put 5 single crochet, 1 in each stitch, and then we will slip stitch to join. Slip stitch to join in the top of that first single crochet. We will then chain 1, and now we're going to do 1 more round of single crochet all the way around, just to finish it off. As you can see, this last round is needed, so we finish the other side of the ear flap with a nice single crochet border. We will put 1 stitch at the end of each row, and then just continue with 1 stitch into every stitch from the round below. So just continue along around the front, along this ear flap, down the side, and back around to the beginning where we will finish off. When you have reached the end, we can cut our yarn and close with an invisible stitch. With your darning needle, we are going to insert into the very first stitch that we made of that row from front to back, come back around, and we're going to go down into that last stitch that we made. And here you have a perfect close, and you can tie in your end. Now we will weave in all of our other ends. For our start, we're going to secure the magic ring. So let's take our darning needle and let's secure this because we do not want it to come undone. So securing it in, but we will not cut this yarn because we're going to use it for our pom-pom. We can now weave in all the other ends of the inside of the hat. And now you can see the inside is finished nicely. This is what the hat should look like in the back. You will see that little back seam that's up here, just slightly. The back is shorter, so these stitches here are shorter, and then the ear flaps. And then on the front, you can see it is longer. So this part here is longer. Let's cut some strands. I will show you how to braid them onto the hat. For each braid, I am using 3 strands of each color. So I'm just going to find the center of the bottom of the ear flap here, and I'm going to pull the strands through. Make your ends even and start your braid. Line up your braids so they're the same length. And then what I do is I just use a piece of the yarn from each of the strands to tie it. You can then just trim with your scissors to make both sides the same. We can now attach our pom-pom. Here is a link right here how I show you how to make a pom-pom with a pom-pom maker, or you can check out on my channel how I make one out of cardboard. I will put both links in the description. After you have secured your pom-pom with the knot, I like to just pull the knot back up underneath the pom-pom, just so it's not on baby's head. And there you have your cute little ear flap hat. So this size small measured about 7 inches or 18 centimeters wide, and it was about 6 inches long or about 14-15 centimeters. So to make it smaller, of course you would use the smaller hook and smaller yarn. We can now move on to the medium size. I will do this one all the way through from beginning to end, but the first 4 rows will be the same as the small. This medium size hat I will show you in a quicker version. Let's start with the magic ring and put 11 double crochet in the circle. For round 1, it will be 11 stitches. Slip stitch to join in the top of the first double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet will be in each stitch for the next round, and round 2 will be 22 stitches. Slip stitch to join, then we will chain 2, we will put 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then we will put 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And we will repeat this, so round 3 will equal 33 stitches. Slip stitch to join, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat this pattern all the way around. Round 4 will equal 44 stitches. We are now going to do another increase row. This is going to make our hat bigger. So slip stitch to join, chain 2, and this time we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the first 3 stitches. And then we will do 2 double crochet in the next stitch and repeat. This is the last round for our increase. So now we're going to chain 2 and put 1 double crochet in each stitch. If you wanted to do a larger hat or an adult size, you would do 1 to 2 more rounds of increase and then of course make more rows as well. Each round will be 55 stitches. Repeat this for rounds 6 to 9, and that's where we're going to do our color change. Here I have 9 rounds, and then I did my color change. To know how to do this, you can go back to the small size to learn how. I now have 14 rounds in total. Here are my 14 rounds. I am not going to cut my 1 color of yarn because I'm going to use that at the very last row for just a different contrast. From here though, we're going to start with the chain 1, And this time we will have 7 single crochet and then 10 single crochet to start the ear flap. We will now work the ear flap. Chain 1 turn and do the following pattern up above. Pause here if you need to. I will also speed up the video a little bit, but you can always stop and slow it down. This row is 10 single crochet. Again, 10 single crochet. After you've completed the pattern, we will then single crochet up the side. We can then do 21 single crochet along the front of the hat. To start the next ear flap, we will start with 10 single crochet. Chain 1 turn and another 10 single crochet. Continue this ear flap just like you did the first one. From here, I will jump ahead. If you have to look back on the video to see how this ear flap is done, you can pause here and look back. When you have come to the end, we will single crochet up the side and then do 7 single crochet along the back. And this is where we will do a different color change. And now we will do one more round of single crochet. Cut your yarn and finish with an invisible close. For the medium-size hat, I cut longer and more strands. Let's move on to the goggles. I used a 4mm hook. Let's start with a slip knot. Chain 9. Starting in the second chain from the hook, row 1 we will do 8 single crochet, and then row 2 will be 8 single crochet. At the end of each row, you will do a chain 1 and turn. For row 3, we're going to start with an increase. An increase will be 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So 1 increase, and then we're going to do in the next stitch another increase. And then 6 single crochet, and now follow the pattern. For row 7, we will start again with another increase. So increase in the first stitch, and then increase in the second stitch, and then follow the pattern above. For row 11, we're going to start with a decrease. A decrease will be putting 2 stitches together. Insert your hook into the first, pull up a loop, into the second, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. That is a decrease. We are going to do 1 decrease and then 10 single crochet. For row 12, we'll start with 9 single crochet and then a decrease. Next, row 13 will be 10 single crochet. Row 14, we'll start with 8 single crochet and then a decrease. Row 15 will be 9 single crochet. You can now see how it's starting to do a really great shape. Now we have the other half of the goggle to do. Row 16 will start with 8 single crochet plus an increase, and then follow the pattern above for the next few rows. Row 17 is 10 single crochet. Row 18, we will start with 9 single crochet and then an increase. Row 19, increase, then 10 single crochet. For rows 20, 21, and 22, put 12 single crochet in each row. Your goggles should now look like this with 22 rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Let's continue. Row 23 will start with 2 decreases and then follow the pattern above. You now have 26 rows, and let's start on row 27. Row 27, we will start with 2 decreases plus 6. Row 28 will be 8 single crochet, and row 29, 8 single crochet. We are now going to single crochet all the way around. Put 1 stitch at the end of each row. We'll meet you back here at the beginning. Now I'm going to change colors. I'm going to do brown so it looks like the brown in the hat, and that'll make it look like the strap around the goggles. So just 1 stitch in every stitch from the round below. When you are finished, be sure to leave a long enough tail to attach to the hat. If you like my videos, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!